You've got some very good players and a very passionate coach.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to everyone. Welcome to the post-match press conference of Group D 2026 World Cup qualifiers between Malaysia and Chinese Taipei. For the first session of the post-match conference, it is attended by the Chinese Taipei head coach, Mr. Gary White. And before we begin with the question, Coach Gary, can you share with us on your thoughts about the match earlier?
Firstly, I want to say to the fans, well done. Your fans are fantastic, so you should be very proud of them. And also thank you to FAM for everything they've done. They've treated us really well, so we have zero complaints and would love to come back here again very, very soon. For the game itself, obviously we go into half-time 1-0, maybe should have been 2-0 up at half-time. Again, it's the quality, I'm afraid, that we are missing in both boxes. And that comes with time and development as the league in Taiwan gets better. But the heart and desire from our players, I'm so proud of them. You know, they really showed who they are, who they're representing, the Taiwanese people. And yeah, it was a great fight. The last goal was ridiculous. I know that's a tired error. That happens sometimes, but other than that, I thought it was a very good game. You've got some very good players and a very passionate coach like myself, and yeah, it was. I'm sure it was a good game to watch for the neutral.
Thank you, Coach. And we have the first question from the floor. Please raise your hand so we can. Yeah.
Hi, Coach. During the games, do you expect Malaysia will be all out in attack and leave a bit of space in defence so you guys can manipulate that space?
Yeah, we completely tactically had it brilliant today. As an away performance, we were fantastic tactically. We knew they were going to come. We knew there was going to be spaces behind their fullbacks. We weren't sure if they were going to play a 4-1-4-1 or 3-4-3 maybe. But we did all our training was based on the pockets behind the midfield. We knew they were going to come in numbers, and we knew that we'd be open. And everything was perfectly tactically done, apart from the finishing, apart from the final end product, which is what you pay the big money for, I guess, for the goal. So yeah, we knew that's what they were going to do. They were quite predictable, to be honest. They've got great players, but we got behind them so many times. We should have scored 5 or 6 goals. But you know, that will come another day when our players learn from the mistakes they've made.
Next question.
Good evening, Coach. First of all, well played. Moving forward, in terms of, you did mention that you want the league to be developed, to be better, but at the same time you also have mixed heritage players like Swanberg, who was excellent today as a number 8 and 10. Will you be encouraging the Football Association to look around for mixed heritage players to play for Taiwan in the future, because you need that quality to, you know, get points in the second one, you know, and yeah, what's your plan?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the plan. We're already in contact with many players. You know, Taiwanese people are everywhere, especially in the US and in Japan and places like that. So we're already trying to follow in the footsteps of Malaysia, because we do need that quality. But at the same time, we have to think of the local people. We don't want to have a team of players that don't know the national anthem or can't speak the language. That goes against the national team for us. So we want to have a mixture of both. The good thing about Taiwan, if you come to Taiwan, you have to do military service. So that's something that would make them a little bit more nationalistic, I guess. But yeah, we are fully looking all over the world now. We've got some players coming in for September as we work on that process. But also we need to get our players off to better leagues. Until our league is like your league here, you see 70 minutes, 75 minutes our teams break down because of the intensity of the league. And if we look at the meters run, generally in our league the players are running maybe 7,500 meters in a game, but when they come to us at the national team they have to find another 4,000 or 3,000 meters in their legs, and we can't give them that in 10 days of training camp. So we have to try to work harder at making our league even better, so we can compete. But yeah, we're doing both things. But at the same time, I'm pushing very hard for an elite development pathway for the young players in Taiwan, so we can develop a massive pool of players with the target of reaching the Under-17 World Cup in 2031.
Coach, since you came in, you have improved the team.
you're not losing by big margin, you have been scoring goals. Moving forward, looking forward towards the Asia Cup, the next round of qualifiers, what can we expect from this team? Then there's a probability of meeting Malaysia again in the draw.
I hope so. I hope we meet Malaysia again. It's always great coming here. It's always good playing against them. But yeah, for us, you know, the Asian Cup is massive. We are looking towards qualifying for the first time in our history, but we have to learn from this type of situation where we miss too many chances and we give a silly goal like we did at the end there, which was ridiculous. And you can't do that at this level. And that was a good lesson for us. You know, it was a good lesson. They have to learn. Our players are in the changing room crying. You know, I've got 19 and 20-year-old players in the changing room right now crying. And they need to cry. And they need to feel it, because if they don't understand it, it's not going to be of any use to them. So, so our goal is to get into the Asian Cup. Not easy at all, as you know, but that's our goal, and I think it's a realistic goal.
Coach, it seems like the passion blew out a bit towards the end. Is all water under the bridge, and actually what actually happened between you two guys?
Yeah, me and Kim have got a long history. He's a great guy, he's a great coach. I'm not sure, what it was all about, but when you start talking on the sideline, it gets a little bit heated. But me and him, no problem. We shake hands. We'll have a hug later, maybe a glass of wine somewhere. But he's a great guy, and I love playing against him. It's always so exciting, tactically and also physically and mentally.
Thank you.
Any other questions? No? All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.